this thing started. All right. So once again, thank you all so much for coming out to this call. My name is Guillermo Mata. Today on this call, I'm going to cover a bunch of fun things, especially going into this new year. I want to make sure that you guys have everything you need. I want to make sure I want you guys to know as well. To take a quick pause. This is going to be my last webinar of the year, so I won't get to speak to you guys till 2017. So I hope that on this call that you really get a lot out of it, and whether it be something small, big, or whatever, I just hope that you take action and you really apply these things going on to the new year. We're going into a fresh new year. It's a fresh new start, a chance for you to be and do whatever it is you want to do, in this space. If you want to focus on salons, you want to focus on chiropractors, the health niche, whichever niche, just be clear on that. When you're in this space, you never want to do this stuff and not have a clear vision as to who you're going after, who your prospects are. Just be clear on that, guys. Really, really important stuff. So let's dive right into this call. So a little bit about me, and I don't want to make this all about me. You guys know that already. Close more, do more, gain more with Mr. Guillermo Mata. That's just my motive. Closing local deals isn't a hobby. It's a passion that changed my life. If you've been following me for some time, you know that I mean that. I mean, this is really my passion. It's all I talk to you guys about. You never see me send you emails in regards to anything else like that's not like e-commerce, any of that junk. We focus on real local marketing stuff the legitimate way, okay? So, a little bit more about me. I'm a motivational coach, business developer, local consultant expert. I actually see that I have some of my students on the call now. Sharice, thank you so much for coming out. Awesome individual. Sharice is actually on her way to starting her own consulting business. So there you go, Sharice. I just shouted you out on the call. So yeah, that's just a little bit about me. If you want to learn a bit more and stay connected, I have an Instagram, I have a Facebook, a Twitter, a YouTube. Make sure to head to guillermomata.com. I know it's the longest name in the world, but hey, what can I do? It's the name given to me. So guillermomata.com, and that's pretty much it. So let's dive right into this call. I'm going to dive right in. I speak really fast. Toward the end, we're going to do a live Q&A. I'm going to take in any questions you have, anything at all. Let's move on. All right. So first things first, examine the numbers you're calling. Okay. You can note this down. Examine the numbers you're calling. All right. So what do I mean by this? When you are out there prospecting, let's say you found a salon and you see that they have like, you know, uh, like a toll-free number. Those are numbers that you just don't want to call. All right. And I'm just letting you know right now, when you're out there prospecting, look, I don't care how many years you've been doing this in space. I've learned a lot in the very beginning, and I could tell you those are numbers that you don't want to call, like toll-free numbers. um 'Cause it's just when you try to call those numbers, you're not just going to get hit with one gatekeeper. It's multiple gatekeepers, and that's a process. That's a headache. So we want to focus on what's really important. So keep your eye on the prefix. Okay, if you're not familiar with what the prefix is, it's just the first three numbers within the number. Okay, like for example, New York, you have 718, 212. Philadelphia, you have 215, and so on and so forth. So those are local numbers. So keep your eye on that. It's really important. Those are the numbers that are likely to lead you to the source, the business owner, essentially. All right. So just like I said before, I'm going to speak really fast. I'm going to give you this input. It's all up to you to take these notes. So for example, 800 numbers, no. So you can write that down. We don't want to call, even if we found a salon owner, they got this huge chain. We never want to call that 800 number. We want to focus on the local numbers, 212, 646, 917s. That's pretty much it. All right. So say no to the toll free number. So sourcing this information isn't easy. And if you know one thing about me, you know that I like automating things. I don't like to sit there gathering data for days and days and days. It just takes way too long. It's a headache. I don't have time for it, and neither does my team. So we always create these softwares and put these systems in place to automate the how we gather data. So that's exactly what I'm talking about: gathering data, sourcing, essentially. All right. Here's why. And here's why that's a headache. It just takes way too long. Just like I mentioned, it takes too long. I remember in the very beginning when I was starting to do this stuff, it would take me literally a week to gather a list of like 50 leads. I'm talking about their numbers and all that important information. It was just taking way too long. And again, you got to gather it all on a CSV, and that's a headache itself. I don't have time for that. I want to put my focus on what really matters, which is getting clients and getting business. Okay, that's the important stuff. We want to focus on closing real deals, the big deals, all right? And building strategic plans so we can get it done faster, excuse me, and just much quicker. So, just getting it all on a CSV is just tough. So, find out who it is, find out who it belongs to manually. It's just a headache. All right. So let's move on to the next one. That's way too much work. Way too much work. So diving forward, here are a few sites that you can use to source numbers. And again, these are just sources that I use, so you can note them down. And again, at the end of the webinar, I see a lot of you already have questions. We're going to do a Q&A toward the end. So here are some sites that we use to gather numbers, all right? You have Craigslist. Craigslist is really big, and along with Backpages, really big for finding like the little guys, like the plumbers, the mechanics, and the salon owners, because they're always promoting on Craigslist. It's like the cheapest form of marketing. You don't have to pay for ads or anything. They just spend their times on there. They think it's just like a quick method. Another thing too is Facebook. Nowadays, I'm finding that a lot of businesses are promoting on in Facebook groups. So you'll see that a lot. Facebook, Penny Saver as well. You'll find some ads on there if you have Penny Saver in your neighborhood. Penny Saver online. You'll find that a lot of businesses still use this stuff today. LinkedIn, Zillow, Trulia. These are all sources we use to find the business's numbers, essentially. All right. And that's just to name a few. Within the training that we're going to be doing after this, is I'm going to dive deeper into this stuff and give you all the other sites that we use as well. But just like I mentioned before, it was just taking us way too long to gather all of this information. And just imagine having to go through each individual site to pull this stuff is just like, oh gosh, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours goes by, and you're still working on a few leads. You're sorting them out. It's a headache. It's too much. So let's move on. Emails, right? Emails are very, very important. How many of you would prefer to email your prospects? Let me know in the chat box. How many of you would prefer to email your prospects? You could just put a yes in the chat box. Just put a yes in the chat box if you would prefer to email your prospects. Gotcha. So a lot of you, Paul, Ashwin, Elizabeth, Belinda, Jimmy, Andrew, Robert Myers, everybody's like, heck yes. Absolutely, right? Like you don't have to call anybody, you don't have to do any of that. It's just easier. You could position yourself. It's being done digitally, essentially. And I've had a lot of success doing that. If you saw my last email, that was real. Like that really happened. I actually found the business. Um, and I found them on Google, I believe it was at the time. And I ended up writing to her through email. The deal was closed via email, and it was just all email. That's the world we're getting into today. Like everything is just like pretty much email. So that deal that I closed, that if you read my email that I was talking about, was a salon owner. She ran a salon and she had several different chains, and she had that 800 number. Of course, like I mentioned before, I said heck no, I'm not going to call that number because it's just going to take me through several different people. So what we did smart was we already did a lot of research on that salon niche. So we gathered all the information we needed, we wrote to her, and everything was just framed around what we knew she needed, and it wasn't framed around what she didn't need. So it was just all about what she needed. And she was very impressed with the email. She wrote back to us, and um, it was just an easy deal. She was very excited, very impressed with the mock-up we put together for her, and she was just like, "Oh, you're giving me ideas now. When is a good time for us to speak?" And we got it all done. We closed the deal. She paid. At the time, it was via FedEx, so she FedExed us a check, and it was just awesome. It was a really easy deal, and it was all through email. So there's just like endless possibilities in this space for sure. So awesome, awesome stuff. So, what are some good places to find prospects' email? And I want to make this like an interactive portion of the webinar. So, let me know in the chat box. Like, let me know what you feel are some good places to find prospects' email. I already mentioned a few: LinkedIn. I mentioned Facebook. 'Cause within Facebook, you have the business's profile, and within that profile, you'll always find that email. So that's just something for you to know right now. If you didn't know, now you know. Every business has a profile, and within that profile, you'll find an email to reach them. Um, Craigslist is another one, but in Craigslist, the thing is that um, Craigslist tends to hide that information. They'll hide it, and they'll put another link in there or something like that. But they'll cover the link, so you'll have to click it and then view it. So it's a bit of a manual process and all that. And hopefully, toward the end of this webinar, we could automate that process some. So you let me know. Okay, so someone mentioned Google Plus. So Google Plus is a good place to find emails. That's what someone mentioned. Someone said Chamber of Commerce. Robert says Chamber of Commerce. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Chamber of Commerce as well is just a great place for you to go and network and connect with other entrepreneurs as well, people who are actually doing real business. So absolutely. Someone said Yahoo. Okay, cool. I've never really tried pulling any emails from Yahoo, but yeah, absolutely. Cool. All right. So think small. Very, very important. Okay. And why do I say think small? Okay. I'm going to give you all the breakdowns alongside this fancy little transition I have going on here. So here are the two top sources you can use to find small businesses emails. Like I mentioned before, Craigslist is number one. And then you have number two. All right. Very, very important stuff. All right. So now I'm going to go into just like ways to approach prospects. Okay. I'm going to dive right into this right now. So this is just the three top ways right here to approach your prospects. Nice and easy. Number one, mock-ups. All right. You could easily send a mock-up to your prospect via email. So if your thing, a lot of people here said, hey, look, I would prefer to email than do anything else. Cool. So number one, mock-ups. Number two, reports. So let me get into a little bit about what mock-ups are. So mock-ups are essentially, it's a version of their site, but a more improved version. So it could be a responsive version, a mobile-friendly version of their site. It's just an improved version. You can do this easily, guys. I'm going to dive into that more in my training, but if you know how to do it, you can grab Photoshop. You can easily take a screenshot of a theme wherever you found it, add that logo on top, and show them how it's going to look on a mobile device and so on and so forth. You can do this all via Photoshop. You can get creative with it. Number two, reports. Reports are very, very important as well. So a lot of you are on here are doing like reputation management, traffic, and all this other type of stuff. So generating a report is just a great way to build value. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you the site that you can use. You should be able to see my screen still. Can you see my screen? Give me a one in the chat box. I see there's a lot of questions already. Give me a one in the chat box if you can see my browser. Awesome. So a lot of you can see my browser. So check this out, guys. This is a site that it's powered by like HubSpot or something like that, where you can enter any site on here. So I just had a website on here. So let's ultimatecleaner.com. This is a site that's a car wash. I was working on it a little earlier. And now what it does is it generates a full report of that actual site. So it'll tell you the performance on the site, the SEO, and just all the important stuff that you need, right? Like for example, this site is 15 out of 30 just mobile friendly. It's just like common sense, right? It's not mobile friendly, their site. So that's possibly something that we can offer, right? So how are we going to put a report together for this thing? So something that you can do is, I'm going to zoom out on here. You can take screenshots. If you're on a Mac, you press Command Shift 4, or if you're on a Windows computer, you can use the snippet, the Windows snippet tool, and you could take a screenshot of this, right? And when you do with these images, you put them on a Microsoft Word doc, right? Microsoft Word doc, and you create a PDF out of it, and you let them know, hey, look, I put a report together for you. Take a look at it. Let me know your thoughts. And it's just endless and endless amounts of value. So you're giving them like a lot of value for nothing. They didn't have to pay for it or anything. So mock-ups are very important. Reports are very important, and just helpful information, whether it be a YouTube video, um, audio. Now through email, you can send. I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but you can send emails with audio in it, with actual audio. So that's major. So those are just some ideas for you to keep in mind. Okay. Moving on to the next. So make it personal upon approaching any prospect. And this is the key right here. Everything I'm telling you is exactly what I've done in my business. Right? So I never approached the prospect telling them everything I offered, and look, I offer SEO, web design, and link building, and this and that. I always make it personal. I make it about them, like what it is that they need, what is it that they're going through, and how is it that I can help them. I want them to tell me what they need. Okay, so keep that in mind. I never go into something thinking, all right, so my name is Guillermo Mata, and I offer web design, SEO, blah, blah, blah. It's always like, my name is Guillermo Mata. How are you today? You're doing good? Awesome. Seen you on the online on Google, and I seen your website. It wasn't as friendly, mobile friendly. And I'd like for you to take a look at this mock-up. If you have a few seconds, we don't have to do it over the phone right now. I could send it to you via email if you want. Does that sound good? Yes? Okay, awesome. So give me a few minutes. I'm going to send you this mock-up via phone. That's it. So it's all about making it personal about them. And that feels good. Just imagine if you were the prospect and someone said, hey, your site is mobile friendly, blah, blah, blah. They introduced themselves. Here's this mock-up. You're going to get excited. You're going to get just like pumped up, and heck yeah, I didn't know my site wasn't mobile friendly. So send me what you got. Let me see what you got. So it just makes you excited. You get all happy and blah, blah, blah. So moving forward, this all comes down to the signature. If you're going to be closing deals via email, whenever you're emailing, make sure you have these three in on point, okay? Your name, remember, you want to make it personal. You don't want to make it about your company. Your name, an email with your company name, and then use your cell phone. Why do you want to do that? Because just again, making it personal, making it more like you're coming, it's just you. It's just you approaching them, and it's not some gigantic company reaching out to them. Trust me, I know guys, a few friends of mine who run big high-end SEO agencies, and like they don't email from their actual, company email. They're emailing from their personal emails, like their Gmails have their names on it. The signature is just them. And then as they get closer to closing the deal, they start introducing the company and their mission and all that stuff. So there you go. Tons of value on this call. So keep this in mind. Very important stuff. So moving on. So this is just an example right here. You can see Jessica Reed has, sales development representative at Open Plus. She has her phone number, the URL, request a demo. She has a LinkedIn, Twitter. That's just an example of something that you can do. And if you don't know how to do this, you can do this on Google. Oh, I'm sorry, not Google. What am I talking about? Gmail. You go to Gmail, you click on the tools bar down at the top of the email, and you could edit your signature from there. Okay, so prospects like to feel like it's just you helping them and not some large company. This is factual. Like everything I'm telling you right now is facts. These are facts. Like this is what it is in the real consultant space. All right. This is what it is right here. So it's no different texting, emailing, etc. Just be helpful. Be helpful. Very, very important stuff. And keep in mind that the motive is to close. You want to close that lead, but you never want to close anyone and not have anything to back it up with. So just be helpful. So give me a one in the chat box. I just added this slide because I wanted to make sure everybody was still on the same page with me. Give me a one in the chat box. I see there's a lot of questions. I'm going to answer that. If we're all on the same page, I want to make sure. So we're all on the same page. Awesome. You guys rock. Appreciate you all. Now let's get right into the demo for the cell phones and emails bot. Let me tell you, I'm really, really excited for this because we worked really, really hard putting this thing together, and I cannot wait to show you what this thing does. For the past few days, I've been emailing you, telling you how you could take the back route when approaching prospects. So what does that actually mean, right? It means that a little strategy that I've been using is emailing prospects, like just gathering all the important stuff instead of going down the main entrance. You know what I'm saying? So instead of, you know, looking at the website and doing any of that stuff, you're going the back route, meaning you're getting all the important stuff like the email, the cell phone number, all that stuff, you're pulling it and you're going that route while you have it all set up. So I'm going to dive right into this demo really quick. I'm going to close my screen and I'm going to adjust this really quick and dive into the cell phones and emails bot. So if you could see the software, just give me a one in the chat box. I want to make sure that you guys can actually see this. All right, so Belinda, Robert, Jeremy, Rick, everybody can see this. Awesome. So we're on the same page. Cell phones and emails bot does two things, very important things, okay? I'm going to start off with emails. It gets emails for any niche. So you can see here I typed in real estate in Brooklyn, New York. This works worldwide as well. So that's something for you to keep in mind if you're in the UK or another country. Definitely work for you worldwide. So any niche, very important. You can type in the city and then the source. The source is very, very important, okay? This could be anything at all. It could be LinkedIn, Craigslist, Twitter, Facebook, Realtor.com, Trulia.com, Zillow.com. It'll basically use it as a reference. Okay, so it'll you're basically helping the software fully acknowledge where it needs to pull this information from. So you got that all here. And so then for the email, you can type in any type of email you want. So, for example, if I want Yahoo emails, I could just type it in here. I could go yahoo.com and we're done. But for this example, I'm just going to put Gmail because Gmail is, most used today. I can actually choose to display the results just by results or just choose to pull the data by the pages. So for this example, I just put 2 pages and you could see that the software works really quick. It's pulling it from this source, Craigslist, rapidly. Like we have a ton of emails here that I could, once it's done, I could actually click export and now I have that on my desktop. Okay. And now check this out. So let's say for example, we wanted to just go after one of these leads. I could do it all from right here. Like I could type in this email, alliance, and okay, so this is a mortgage company. So this is it right here. Just click search and boom, I got all the information I need. I see what they're about, and that's pretty much all it is. All right, so I can do all the prospecting right from right here. So now let's say I want phone numbers, right? I want phone numbers, realtors in Brooklyn, New York, and the source I want to use is Craigslist. So I'm going to type in 917 here as the prefix, and I want 2 pages, okay? So you can see that it's pulling up all the 917 numbers here on this left-hand side. It's going to take a minute or two to pull up all that data, but it's going to get it done for you on autopilot, okay? And when it's finished, you can click export and let's say I wanted to export just these two leads here. I only pulled 2 pages, so that's just what it pulled. So when I open that CSV, I got it all on a CSV. I don't need to do anything at all. And I could do the same for the phone numbers and the emails. You see, this is the numbers here. If I wanted to export those numbers, it's just all there, or the email. So it's very, very powerful stuff. If you think that that's actually really powerful stuff, give me a one in the chat box. If you believe that this is a powerful software, give me a one in the chat box. Absolutely, absolutely. So Paul is like, heck yes. Robert is like, yes, nice, really cool. Um, so going back in a little more into the details, I'm gonna, just give you all the breakdown here. So you can type in Dennis, the location, the source, the prefix, the number of pages. You got all those leads here. Any prefix, any number, any email, any location, any niche. So this makes it very, very powerful stuff, guys. Very powerful. And then you could also do the same for emails. You can see we've been doing this for a very long time using the same exact software. Boom, we got all these emails. We can export it, and you could do all the prospecting right from the software. So you don't have to leave or open up any browsers or anything. You do it all from right here. Okay. You got it all on a CSV as well, nice and organized. You can take the CSV and you could email them through Gmail, which is appropriate. You're not spamming anyone. You're essentially, the motive here is to give them value. That's all it is. You're reaching out to try to provide a service. That you're a marketer at the end of the day. You're a local marketer. So that's just, we need this information to be able to convert them into prospects. So we're taking the back route. You see what I'm saying here? We're not going based off the website or anything like that. We're going just through the back route. We got the number and email right off the bat. Very, very important stuff. So I want to let you know as well that I'm including a live training as well. This is happening next year. This is my last webinar of the year. So I want you to keep that in mind. I'm doing a live training so you can learn how to convert email and phone leads into clients and get an instant response. I'm doing this live on the 28th, 2 p.m. with a live Q&A. And of course, the software is included. Also, just for this call, I'm including a very, very cool quick guide. Okay. You see this right here? I'm including a quick guide via PDF that shows you step by step all the things that you need to do to start, actually doing this correctly. Okay. So I want to let you know that you're getting everything on this call today, just today, for $27. Like, that's all you're paying for the software. I see there's a lot of you already asking for the link. Just $27 is all you're paying for this incredible software. And once again, I want to go back really quick on the sliders and just go over the things that you're getting here. So you're getting the live training, okay? The live training showing you how to convert these email and phone leads into actual clients instantly. I'm actually showing you step by step before the year ends. And you have all these cool features where you could export emails via CSV. You could export all of this amazing information, amazing phone numbers. I mean, if you want cell phone numbers, you can ask for it. Just put it into the prefix and you can do it. If you're in Alabama, Texas, wherever, you can type in that local prefix into the software and it'll pull that information for you. Okay. So you have this powerful, powerful software plus the training included, which we're doing live on the 28th. The quick guide, which is included, all for $27. That's it. This is not, I could easily charge over $200 for this because we worked really hard on it and it cost us $1,000 plus to build this up. You're getting this entire thing for 27 bucks. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that. Look, if I had someone that could do this for me like back in the day, I would hop on it with no problem. I see that a lot of you are asking for the link. There you go. That's the link to the product right there. So Did you get value at all out of this call? Everything that I mentioned, just leave a 5 in the chat box. I want to make sure that I gave you value. Give me a 5 in the chat box if you so Paul said 5, Belinda, Cornell, Jeremy, Chris all gave a 5. Wise gave a 5, Jimmy, Hoskins, Bruce, Neil, all you guys, man, I appreciate you all. Jose, Jimmy, Isaiah, Yason, all you guys. And I'm shouting you all out because, this means a lot, and I'm happy that you actually got value out of this call. So once again, $27, that's all it is. So only $27. I'll write it here. All right, so there you go. Just put it there in the chat box. And I want to start doing a Q&A. I want to do a Q&A, answer any questions that you have, and get that done for you. So let me fast forward here on the slides. Give me one quick second. All right, so let's see what questions we have. So Jose asks if the numbers are mobile numbers only. No. So like you can put any number into this prefix, and I'll show you right now exactly what that entails. So let's say I wanted to go after dentist. I'll just type in dentist. I'll leave it at Craigslist, and I want the area to be like, let's say for the prefix, I just put 917. I could put 646, 215, 718, any of those. The software will go, and you can see here that it's actually pulling that information. So far, we only have 2 results, but I can put endless amount of pages here. So I could put up to maybe 50 pages and just let the software work, and it'll get it done for us. You can see we have 3 leads, which is not that bad, but if I add more pages, I can do that. For emails, it's the same exact thing. So I can type in gmail.com, I could type in hotmail.com. Another cool idea, something else that you can do is just like, let's say you're prospecting, you're using the cell phones and emails bot, and you're looking for a particular prospect's email. Go ahead, put their URL up here. So if I'm looking for that car wash's email, I can't find it anywhere, I'll just put it up here, type in Gmail, or maybe the at will be at their domain, so domain.com. Like, get creative with it. You have endless opportunities here, so you can add into the niche or the name of the business, the location, the source, and then you have that Gmail, of course, and then you could pull leads from endless amount of pages. For this example, again, I'll put dentist, Gmail, use Craigslist as a source, click search, and just let the software work. Look, you can see it all here. It's pulling those leads easy. Okay, so very, very powerful stuff. $27, that's all it really is. Someone said, can you do multiple phone prefixes at one time? I would definitely give it a shot. We usually just do one, but give it a shot. Try different prefixes. If it's not really working out, let us know in the group. If you're in already in the group, you can let us know, hey, gee, I'd like to add this. I'd like to see this added on. Let us know. We want to hear your response. So that's what this is about. So making it very interactive. Oh, the phone, no, once again, so the lines aren't just mobile. You can get mobile if you want, or just any type of other numbers you want. So Jazz basically asks if you can do international numbers. Absolutely. Give it a shot. Enter your international area code on there. I'm sure you can pull it up as well. Let's see here. Okay, so a few of you asking for the link. I'm going to put the link here. All right, I just added it there. So Ashwin asks, how many PCs can we run this on? You could run this on as many PCs as you want. This is a one-time fee for an unlimited license. Unlimited license. So it's not just you're installing it in one computer, you could install it on multiple computers. So you're paying one time to get unlimited license, you're getting the quick guide, you're getting all those really cool features. I mean, this is doesn't get any better than that. You can see here that we already got a couple of emails right here. Couple of emails already, and I could export this. Check this out. I could just click export. I just click export and it'll show on my desktop right here. You can see I have a brand new list of prospects that I can reach right here via email for any service that I want. So another cool technique that you can do is like you can take one of these emails and you could type them the um, into the search box. So I'm going to type in dental again and let it work. So you can take any email here, put it into the search box, and get creative with it. You can prospect just using the email instead. So just in case it is a hot prospect, you can go that route. Again, we're taking the back route here. How many of the listings will actually have the emails? That's a good question. Um, so as far as like the listings go, it's all right here. I'll show you. You have them all here. I mean, it'll keep showing and showing as many emails as possible, as many emails as we're looking to pull. I'm going to type in New York. I'm going to add some broader results in here. New York, we'll use Craigslist as a source. You can see here we have more emails piling up here using Craigslist as a source. We'll let that work and we'll get back to it. But once again, guys, 27 bucks. That's all it is. So someone asked if there's reseller rights available. If you'd like reseller rights, I'd recommend if you're looking for a reseller, just go ahead and email me info or support at redtorrentmedia.com. So if you're looking for reseller options, definitely hit us up and we'll see what we can do to make that work. Can I sell the software to businesses since it is an unlimited installs? If you'd like to resell it, shoot me an email at support@redtorrentmedia.com. I see there's a lot of you that are interested in reselling, which is really cool. Let us know in the group as well. If you'd like to resell it, we'll set that up for you. And we'll help you out however we can. And I want you to keep in mind as well that we're doing a live training next week. It's going to be recorded. Plus, you're getting the quick guide as well. So lots and lots of value. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to drop the link here one more time. If you already signed up, if you already went ahead and got signed up, let me know in the chat box. Just type in a 1 in the chat box if you went ahead and took action leading on to 2017. Let us know. I want to see how many action takers we have here. Jazz, business opportunities. Actually, she's one of my students. Sharice is still taking action. Very awesome. We appreciate you. Rick, Larry, Belinda, Chris, and everybody else who took action right this second. You're awesome. Okay. So, what I want you to do is, since you took action in that group, there's a mastermind. Just go ahead, click that link, and just introduce yourself in that group. Just say, hey, it's me, Rick, just purchased just now, blah, blah, blah. I want us to start communicating, especially going into the new year. I want us to keep connected. This is a very, very small offline community. So it's essential that we continue to learn from each other, share ideas. So post that in the group. This is a great way for you to connect with other marketers who are in the field as well. So make it a very, very intuitive for sure. So Willie got in. Awesome. Jeremy, Mike, awesome. All right. So how long is this offer available? So we're going to be doing this all the way till Sunday. So it'll be open all the way till Sunday. You could dive in here and go all in. So someone said that they tried doing this with another email, but they got bounced or something. They had a lot of bounce emails. Well, the beauty about the cell phones and emails bot is that you can choose the type of emails you want. So the Gmails, the Yahoos, and all that. Just get creative with it. Try different new things. See what works, what doesn't. Let us know in the group for sure. Belinda says that she purchased right away. Awesome. She's one of our actually top supporters. So Belinda, shout out to you on this call. So Cornell signed up. Congratulations, Cornell. Gonna drop the link here one more time. So remember, I want you to keep in mind the quick guide is included. That's free. You're not paying anything for that. Like that's 100% free. And I'm gonna take you over to okay. So when you click on that link, it's gonna take you here. This is where it's gonna take you. You'll see another demo of the software, me working the software live, like me showing you exactly how it works. You could read a little details here on the benefits. Some anytime I type this type of information up, like within these products that I sent to you guys, like this is real. This is my real experience. This is like recent studies that I'm talking about. So really take some time to read it. You'll see all the features here. The and then that PDF guide that's included as well, the live training, all for 27 bucks. I mean, really doesn't get any better than that. And you can see here, it's going to be open for 3 days and a couple hours. So awesome. Awesome. So if you went ahead and you got signed up right now, just go ahead and leave a 5 in the chat box. I want to count these out loud. I want to see how many action takers we have on this call. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, awesome. To all of you guys, Larry, Jazz, Cornell, Business Opportunities, Lori, Josen. Will there be a replay? Actually, I'm recording it now, so hopefully, because we always run into headaches with GoToWebinar. Once we're done, I'll actually wrap it up, send out a link with a replay if you missed out. So you're all set. All right, so Yasin is in. Congratulations. Yasin sent an email about the reseller. Absolutely. The minute we get it, we'll reply to you. Awesome. Awesome. So, with that being said, this is the end of the year webinar, guys. This is my end of the year webinar, meaning that you probably won't hear from, I mean, if you pick this up, then the last time you'll hear from me is going to be on the 28th, or that's when we're doing the live training. Um, Going into the new year, I really want to do everything in my power to continue to give you guys as much value as possible. You guys don't understand, like, alongside running my consulting business, you guys are the reason that I keep doing what I'm doing now, and the reason why I keep creating products, and the reason why we keep growing here, essentially, and you purchasing these softwares just lets us know that, hey, we have to continue doing this and we have to continue to serve this community. It's about you at the end of the day, and it's no longer about Red Tour Media. Like, yeah, that's my company and all, but my mission is to help you. to help you and to see you succeed and to see you grow and actually doing this stuff, because you could actually do it if you want to. Okay. So, going on to the next year, yeah, I really want to start connecting with you guys a bit more, doing these live trainings a lot more. We're probably going to end up switching platforms and going with Click Meetings or one of those platforms, so it's more intuitive. So, you can actually see my face. Like right now, I'm actually talking. You can't really see my face. You can see the questions and the slides, but I want to make it more intuitive so, we can connect and so on and so forth. 2017, I know it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge for everyone in this call. If you're on this call right now, I know one thing about you. I know that you're hungry. You really want to do this and you want to succeed. If you're here, you're a go-getter without a doubt. So, I appreciate you for that. And I cannot wait for the new year. I'm really, really excited. So I want to wish you all a happy holidays, a restful holidays, a festival holidays, and I just hope it's the best for everyone on this call. I truly mean that. Um, okay, so any last minute questions, I'm happy to answer them now. Just go ahead and drop it in the chat box. If you haven't signed up yet, I highly recommend that you sign up, not just for my benefit, but to see you succeed in this incoming new year. Go ahead and pick up the cell phones and emails bot. It's only $27. There is no upsells at all. There's none of that stuff. It's right there for you, okay? So any questions that you guys have, make sure to leave them in the chat box so we could answer them. We want to make sure to answer them. So someone mentioned Phil. Phil, that's awesome. I want you to bring that question. Phil asks if there's a way to validate those numbers. I'd love to add that on for you, Phil. Hey, Phil, in the mastermind, if you picked it up, leave that question in the mastermind. I want my team to see it. That'll be awesome. I think everybody else in the community will enjoy that, and it'll make it even easier. That's brilliant. Bring that question to the mastermind. So someone mentioned if it includes future upgrades. So if there's let's say down the line we have some type of issue or something, absolutely, you have our support with that. Okay, so if you had a failed return emailing us, go ahead and send it to info@redtorrentmedia.com. This is for you guys who are looking to resell this software. Maybe get your logo on here. You could sell it to different businesses. Absolutely. So Chris asks is when will the webinar be? On the sales page, you'll actually find that out. I believe it's 2 p.m. or so. Yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern time. But it's going to be recorded either way. So if you do end up missing out on it, I'll just you could always find it in the members area for sure. So Jimmy asks, so when emailing prospects, you're saying that it's better to start with your personal email address instead of your business email address? Absolutely, 1000%. 1000% on the money, Jimmy. Absolutely. It works every time. Every time, without a doubt. So someone asks, can you give me more detail? Could you throw out one golden nugget more with high-end tips on working for you right now for a new person. Not sure exactly what you mean, but launching an SEO social marketing firm. Okay, so obviously you're new. My suggestion is that you really do homework on the market you're trying to go after. That's number one. Number two, really position yourself. When I say position yourself, I mean be clear on your website. Make sure that it's up to par, it's professional, it looks good. You have reviews on there, you have portfolios, and all that good stuff. Get it on there. Actually, and you look, I want everybody to know on this call, I'm not trying to pitch anything else here. Look, if you're interested in getting coaching, a couple of days ago, I opened the doors and I had so many people respond. I only ended up selecting really like 4 people. I like to interview all my students. I like to make sure that they're ready to do this stuff. We selected 4 people, and already 3 of them, actually one of them is on this call now. She's getting ready to start her own consultant business. She's going to crush it in 2017. So if you'd like to learn more about my coaching program, shoot an email to info@redtormedia.com. This is just for you guys who, are looking to pick things up in 2017. So someone is asking for the link here. This is the link. I'll drop it in here one more time. Remember, you're getting the cell phone and emails bot live training quick guide, $27. So someone said, hey, these emails and phone numbers can be uploaded to Facebook custom audiences. Rick, you're hitting it on the hammer, my friend. You're up there. So get creative with it is all I'm gonna say. It's all I'm gonna say. Listen, if you're smart, and I know everybody on this call is, you can do a lot with those emails. And look, I'm not saying take these emails, spam them. You're done. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is use the data right and it'll get you a response. You see what I'm saying? Use the data right and it'll get you a response. Like Rick said, look, I could just email it, upload this to my Facebook custom audiences. Brilliant. So in the mastermind is basically a chance for you to post questions, ask other members in the group, for tips, advice, helpful insight. So it's a mastermind. We create masterminds for each individual product because they're all individual topics. So it's a chance for you to connect with other people and ask our team questions and ask for input, advice, and so on and so forth. So the link to the mastermind will be in the members area. Exactly. Someone in the chat box said that, hey, it's when you use your personal email, is less of a chance going into spam. Absolutely, because if you use like a high-end email, like from a domain or something, it comes off as spam, and it looks like you're trying to market. It becomes too much. Hey, Roy, good question. I recommend emailing us, buddy. So info@redtornmedia.com if you're looking to resell or have interest in the coaching program that I just spoke about. I'm actually thinking about reopening the doors for everyone in this group. I'm not sure. Should I? You guys let me know. Would you guys like to get more information on the coaching program that I'm talking about? Leave a one in the chat box if that's you. No pressure. Just leave a one in the chat box. So Jazz, Cornell, Chris, all you guys, what I want you to do is email me. That's my personal email. My team is in there as well, but email me info@redtormedia.com. I'm happy to open it up for everyone in this group. Um, Speaking of my coaching group, I don't really like to bring too many people on board because it's not for everybody. It's just like one of those things where is for people who are actually trying to do this. Um, Actually, as a matter of fact, And I don't want to put you on blast right now, Sharice. Sharice is one of my students. She's actually on the call right now. Sharice, if you're there, can you give me a one in the chat box? Awesome. Sharice, do you mind if I just bring you on for 2 seconds so you can share some of the things you've learned on my coaching? Just let me know. Sure? Awesome. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring on one of my students, and this is real. Like, this is real. This is someone who's actually like getting ready to take off big time. So hey, Sharice, are you there? You probably need to connect your headset. So let me know if you do that. Okay.
Hello?
Hey, Sharice, how's it going?
Okay, hey, how are
You,
you?
you didn't think I would shout you out, huh?
No, no, I really was not expecting that.
Hey, Sharice, so I want to make this nice and quick because we only got a few minutes left, like 5 minutes. You're a part of my coaching group. Um, can you just tell the people in this group some of the things you've learned so far? Just tell them in the
Well,
group.
I mean, I've learned a lot as far as like the whole process of I mean not email marketing, but just marketing in general and how to build um the system of marketing. Like you've taken me so far with the actual background of what it means and what actually is done behind the scenes as far as like building the foundation of what's going to happen. And so with each step, it helps me to understand like there's no hole with the information that's being passed along. So each time you come out with a new product, I can see actually the steps and the purpose of the product and where it's going to take me and all the pieces and how it's going to come together. So
Awesome.
um, I'm actually excited every time you come out with a new software because it's like, oh, it's another piece to the whole
Puzzle.
picture.
Right. Right. Awesome. Awesome. So Charisse is one of my top students, as a matter of fact, and I'm gonna cut you off for a second, Charisse. So she's one of my top students, and she's a go-getter. Every time we speak, and as part of my coaching, actually, we get a chance to speak a lot. Actually, like every other week, or I mean, I'm always pushing her so she can succeed. And she's up there. She's almost done. She's almost ready to start going out there and closing real deals. And I'm sure by next year she's gonna start doing that. So we honor her here. As a matter of fact, we have something we're going to be sending her in the mail really shortly as a little gift from us here. So I'm sure she's excited for that. On the flip side, if you'd like to get more information on the coaching and all that cool stuff, leave a one in the chat box because I want to make sure that I get it out to you. Leave a one in the chat box. So I see a lot of you are really interested. Jason says, I'm really interested. Cool. Cornell, Rick, all of you guys, awesome. You're all go getters. So I'm going to put my email here, info@redtorrentmedia.com. When you email me, just go ahead and say, I'm interested in your coaching. Leave that in the headline. Interested in coaching. And we'll make sure to set you up with that. So once again, before I sign off here, remember you're getting the emails and cell phones bot. I'm going to go back on the slides just one last time. So this way you understand you're getting the live training. It's happening next week, the 28th, 2 p.m. Eastern time. You're getting this incredible software, pulls emails, cell phones. I mean, this thing is brilliant, okay? And you get it done nice and easy. All right, so gonna drop the link here just one last time for everybody to go and pick that up. If you missed out, I'm recording this right now, so um, you're gonna get that replay shortly. Okay. All right. So if you got value, just one last time, give me a five in the chat box. I'm getting ready to sign off. It's 2:49 on the dot right now, I believe. We got a lot of fives, a lot of fives. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you all so much. My name is Guillermo Mata. Thank you all so much for coming out to this webinar, and I'll speak to you on the flip side. All right. Speak soon. Bye bye.